For 50 years, the Zodiac ciphers were seen as taunts from a killer hiding his name, but Dr. Kenji Tanaka, historical cryptographer, believed they were hiding something far more sinister. He ignored the famous solved puzzles, focusing instead on a small, overlooked fragment found with the Stein Evidensta map cipher. While others searched for a name, Kenji hunted for a pattern, a system. On a rainlash Tuesday, he found it. The symbols weren't letters. They were a sequence of coordinates and a date from 1969. The code wasn't a confession. It was an invitation to a grave dug 50 years ago. Kenji presented his findings to SFPD's cold case unit, where they were met with the tired skepticism of Detective Harding. "Son, every amateur with a laptop thinks they've found the Zodiac's treasure map," Harding sighed. But Kenji's quiet conviction was unnerving. He pointed to the final line of the decrypted text. Beneath the watcher's gaze, the coordinates led to a remote, windswept clearing in Presidio Park. But as they stood at the desolate spot in Presidio Park, they realized the Zodiac's final victim wasn't a person. It was a place. The clearing was empty. Metal detectors swept over the cold earth, finding nothing but forgotten coins and rust. A wild goose chase, Harding grumbled, ready to leave. But Kenji stared at the tree line, the phrase, "the watcher's gaze," echoing in his mind. He pulled up the park's archival records on his tablet, cross-referencing them with the coordinates. There, on a 1960s map, was a single, ancient cypress tree marked as a surveyor's pointed tree nicknamed the Old Watcher. It was the only landmark that had stood sentinel over this exact spot for a century. For the killer knew that while men forget and records fade, the oldest witnesses are those made of wood and roots. They focused their search on the base of the ancient tree. Within minutes, a detector screamed. They dug into the damp soil, their shovels striking something hard and metallic a foot down. It was a small, tin box, corroded with age, the kind a child might use to bury treasure. A chilling sense of ceremony filled the air as Harding carefully lifted it from the earth. This was the Zodiac's time capsule, a message sent half a century into the future. Prying open the rusted lid, they found his true trophy and realized the cipher wasn't the puzzle. It was the key to a biological lock. Inside, nestled on a bed of faded cloth, was the driver's license of Paul Stein, the Zodiac's last confirmed victim. It was a chilling trophy, but it wasn't the prize. Stuck to the back, preserved from the elements by the airtight seal, was a single, perfect, bloody thumbprint. It was a print so clear and rich with cellular material that it was more than a fingerprint. It was a full DNA sample. The Zodiac's arrogance had been his final, fatal mistake. After 50 years of shadows, the Zodiac's ghost was no longer just a code in a letter. It was a genetic sequence, waiting for a name of its own.